I hope so. I hope we are live. This is the Few the Proud, the For Real TV. Of course, I'm your host, Raheem Green, better known as Top Cat. Gotta get this hat. Gotta take time out to shake this hat better. Shake it. Yeah, working on life. But yeah, this is Raheem Dream, better known as Top Cat. I'm on my way to go see my kids. Man, I ain't liking the way this hat is breaking. But once again, I'm your host, Raheem Dream, better known as Top Cat. On my way to go see my kids. I hope I'm being heard. And guess what the topic of today gonna be with my kids today? Guess what the topic of today gonna be with my kids? Just being human. Just being a human being. That's the topic of the day. Just being a human being. Just being human. Just doing human things. Just having human windows up a little bit. A little wind blowing now. Wind blowing. Just having human what's the word I'm looking for? Just having human compassion. Just having compassion for another human being. That's my topic today with my kids. Of course, you know I'm the reason why I'm on Fridays now is because I'm back with the older boys now, the 17s to 21. They're around that age, in between there, and but just I hope I'm live. Is anyone out there? I hope I'm live. Is anyone out there? I hope you can hear me. Is what I mean. I hope you can hear me. But just being a human being, having human compassion for one another. You understand what I'm saying? You know, I was talking to some other brothers my age and a little older than me up at Wood Hill yesterday, and so, for some reason the volume didn't work. I think from now on, when I start doing that kind of stuff, I'm just gonna record it first and then put it up because for some reason volume keep messing up on it. And I think it's the phone company I have now because it didn't do that till I switched phone companies. Cheaper phone company, my bill is cheaper, but what can I say? So that's what happened there. But I was talking to some brothers yesterday up at Wood Hill Park, and we was talking about that. Just being a human being. Because I look back on my life. I look back on my life, and I could truly say some of the things I did. Sometimes you don't want to think about it that way, but man, some of the shit excuse my loss, catch my French there. Some of the stuff I did, man, was animalistic. It was animalistic. Let me say it one more time. It was animalistic. Some of the things, and not just me, but some of the things me and guys in the street we was doing to each other, man. Because I'm saying, back then in them streets, we did stuff to each other, man, and it didn't mean nothing. I mean, I could shoot you, you could shoot me, and it didn't mean nothing. Think about that. That's unhuman. That's not being human. That's like no human compassion for one another. We was like animals, man. I mean, I can shoot you, you can shoot me, and we go get a 40 and drink the 40. You know what I'm saying? Shoot dice after we done just shot somebody. You understand what I'm saying? And vice versa when it happened to me. You dig what I'm saying? We go get some 40s, man. Go on the corner or go up to the schoolyard, man, and drink and shoot dice, man, and laugh at what we did. You understand what I'm saying? And we was actually doing this stuff to one another. And I'm telling you something that's really bad about it. We actually knew each other. We actually did this stuff to each other and we knew each other, man. That's 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 like being unhuman. That's like being unhuman, man. Think about it. Think about it. That's like being unhuman, like an animal, like a wild beast, a savage, as the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us in the Nation of Islam. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, "A beast is one who has a beast is one who has lost knowledge of self and lives an obese life." You understand what I'm saying? One who has lost knowledge of self and lives an obese life, man. You live like an animal. And at the time, you don't see anything wrong with it because everybody around you is doing it. But we was actually animals, man. We was actually beasts. The things we would do to one another, man. I mean, just think about it. The things we would do to one another in our own hoods. You dig what I'm saying? That's no human compassion or anything, man. Some of the things we was doing to each other, we wouldn't even do to a dog. Some of the things we was doing to each other, we wouldn't even do to a dog, to an animal. But we was doing it to each other. Beat somebody with a baseball bat, tire irons. The tire irons we used to crank the car up with. Young folks don't know nothing about them. The tire iron, you understand what I'm saying? You started using them, crack you upside your head with it. You understand what I'm saying? Unhuman, man. That's not human. That's not human. That's not being human, man. We have no compassion for one another. And it's even worse now. It's even worse now. Think about it. It's even worse now, man. It's even worse. What I'm saying is that it went that way. It started off hand to hand. You dig what I'm saying? Because we was fighters. We throw them hands. That's what we did. We threw hands. But if that person was bigger than you and you couldn't beat him, you did whatever. You understand what I'm saying? But the only thing I'm saying is, period, is just being a human, man. Having human compassion for your fellow human being. You understand what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. Sometimes some of the stuff I talk about now, man, I have to think about it. I be like, man, you done got softer than I don't know what, man. You done got real soft for your old age. No, it really ain't that. I do more thinking in my old age. You understand what I'm saying? You don't do this kind of thinking when you're young because you're caught up. Because you're caught up. You dig what I'm saying? Because you're caught up. You caught up in the what word I want to use for that? You're caught up in the madness. I'm gonna just say in the madness. You're caught up in the madness. Cause that's what it is, madness. I'm gonna just say caught up in the madness. You dig? You're caught up in the madness. So being caught up in the madness, you don't even think about what you're doing. And like I said before, because everybody around you doing the same thing. This is what we did to one another, man. And it's crazy. It's crazy, but this is what we did to one another. Give a shout out to everybody out there in the YouTube world. Um, and I would like for you to subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up for me, and leave me some comments. Leave me some comments. Leave me some comments. But yeah, just being human, man. You know, I thought about that, man. Just being human. Some of the stuff we did to each other, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like no human compassion for another human being. You dig what I'm saying? It's like we didn't see ourselves as human beings, man. We saw ourselves as what the young boys say today, they ops. Your enemy, your ops. They call them, the young boys today call them the ops. Give a shout out to everybody out there on the YouTube world. Hi to you, hi to you. And a shout out to the For Real team. Shout out to my brother Seti. You dig what I'm saying? Brother that's helping me along the way. You dig he's helping me. You dig what I'm saying? To understand what's going on in this business here, because it's a business. My youth program is a business. You understand what I'm saying? His program, reentry, all that stuff is still a business. And so he helping me along the way to understand it. You dig what I'm saying? The business side of it, you know. Um, and I'm grateful for him for that. Matter of fact, we every Monday and Thursdays at 12 o'clock. You all can find us down on 79th and Superior in Cleveland, Ohio, on 79th Superior. The address is 7800 Superior, right on the corner, 79th and Superior. And we down there on Mondays and Thursdays. We have young brothers in there and be some older brothers in there. And everybody in there, you know, we got that prison background. You dig what I'm saying? That we can give our youngsters to let them know what's going on, what the end results going to be. We got brothers in there that's did 32 years, 40 years. We got a brother in there that did 51 years. You dig what I'm saying? 51 straight. Got another brother did 40 straight. Another brother did 32 straight. Another brother did 33 straight. You dig what I'm saying? Um, so we have experienced brothers that's been out here in these streets. You dig what I'm saying? And paid for it with a long time locked up. You dig what I'm saying? So we could tell these young brothers what the end result's going to be if you don't change. If you don't change what you're doing. You dig what I'm saying? You know. So but yeah, just being a human being, man. Think about that. Think about that. Just being human. Just being human. No human compassion for one another. Just human compassion for one another. Think about that. You know, this is not anything lavish. Just basic. Just basic. Just basic. Basic. Starting with being a human. Because I look back on the things I did and the things that the brothers I grew up with, what we did to one another, what we did in the streets to other brothers. You understand what I'm saying, man? It's like unhuman, man. You know, I think about that kind of stuff now. You know, like I said, maybe I done got soft in my old age. You dig what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But just being a human being, man. Just being human. Just being human. Think about that. We can be like animals, like a savage. Once again, Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, a savage is one who has lost knowledge of self and live a whole beast life. We live like a beast. We live like a beast. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, so I'm gonna get on in here to my kids. Ah, I got the zoom zooms and wham whams over here. Man, I didn't need this folder. I mean, I did need this folder, but I don't need to take it in here. I think. Um, no, I don't think I need to take this folder in there with me. But yeah, just just being human. That's a hell of a thing. Just being human. Just having human compassion for another human being. Like I said, some of the stuff we was doing to each other, we wouldn't even, man, you wouldn't even do to a dog. You dig what I'm saying? I'm saying some of the things I did and some of the things that was done to me, man. You know, I could smack you upside the head with my pistol and shoot you and walk off and go to the store and give me a 40 and be riding around drinking my 40 like I ain't did nothing and forgot about you. And the same thing was being done to me. That's not being human. You cannot call that human. You can't call that human. You cannot call that being human, man. We was like animals. So I understand where the kids are at today. See, that's why I can reach them. See, I can reach them because I understand where they are at. Because I've been where they at now. You dig? That's why I can reach them. That's why I can reach them. But give a shout out to the For Real team. Once again, a shout out to my brother Seti. You dig what I'm saying? And we're gonna keep moving on. You dig what I'm saying? Um, if you go on the page, you should be able to see if you know anybody needs sober living. We opened up a sober living house in Cleveland, Ohio, for anybody that needs sober living. You dig what I'm saying? If you're getting out of rehab, if you're getting out of a halfway house and your parole officer or probation officer wants you to be in a sober living environment, I can provide that for you. So anybody in Cleveland, Ohio that looking for a sober living quarters, I could provide that for you. I have it for you. So this is the Few the Proud, the For Real TV, and thumb up the video. Let's just sort of get into the amorisms. Subscribe to the channel and stay strong. Keep moving on. Stay strong. Keep moving on. You dig what I'm saying? But like I said, the topic for today, for my kids today, is it's a simple topic. Just being human. Just being human. Just being a human being. That's the topic for today. Just being a human being. You dig? Just being a human being, man. That's it. Okay? So I'm gonna sign on out of here. Everybody have a great day, because I'm gonna have an unbelievable one. Peace and black power. Power to the people. Power to the people. Power to the people. I'm out of here.